Good morning and happy Friday. Today is 4/17. We're going to be talking about assessment and learning and just kind of some of those details as we head into the weekend and prepare for Monday. So OSPI's stance on grading and assessment is that they really haven't put a lot of emphasis on it. They've put a lot of emphasis on meaningful learning activities, but they really don't really touch on assessment. So, what does that mean for us as educators? Is that we need to stop thinking that we have to provide traditional activities, assessments, and grading of those activities, and start thinking, how can we engage students in their own passions, interests, and strengths that can impact learning in a positive way? That's what we want to put some emphasis on. Is the grading and assessment portions will take care of itself. Right now, we just need to focus on providing meaningful learning activities that really engage kids. And remember, we're only asking them to engage in 3 hours of meaningful, focused instruction per day. So developing learning activities for online platforms, those should really emphasize on project-based learning models. So being able to get kids out of their houses, out of their rooms, and engage in some sort of project, some sort of activity that they can do, that they don't have to be sitting down at a computer to work on. Use technology to deliver instruction. So just like I'm using right now, the Screencast-O-Matic, in conjunction with Google Slides, I'm able to put this video together. And I'm not perfect at it, but I would say that by practicing these things, I've become more and more proficient as I do it. So I just encourage you guys to practice, making videos, doing these things, even if nobody else is watching them but you. That's okay. It's just about getting proficient with these platforms, knowing how Google works, knowing how Classroom works, knowing how to do different things within there. So I just encourage you guys to get to know the platforms as best as you can. And if you really need help with any of these platforms, any sort of technology needs, please click the help desk request link on this slide. That way you can go in, put your name in, what your problem is, and you can request a meeting, and then we can contact with you. We do have a few staff members who are, I would say, proficient in Google already, and they have offered to provide some assistance too. So please utilize that resource. I don't want anybody to feel like they don't know what they're doing. I want people to feel like they at least have a good idea and understanding. Also, when you're developing your online activities, please focus on your Common Core state standards for your content. So think about ways to collaborate across subject areas. But that primary thing that we want to focus on as we get going is to really focus on your content specific standards and knowing that that is your focus when developing these activities, just like we would normally in our classroom. But I also want us to be focused on that is, how can we pare things down so that we're just focused on the standard and the learning outcomes. For offline, when we're developing activities, utilize some things like choice grids. And remember, we're not talking worksheets here. We're talking about activities again, these project-based learning models that we're looking at. Provide projects to students that do not require technology. Example for auto shop is complete a vehicle write-up for repairs. Vehicles could be real or fictional. So students can be able to go outside to a vehicle that's in their parking lot or their garage or wherever. They can be able to do a workup on it. We're asking parents to partner with us a little bit in helping them out with those types of things. But that's something that they can do. That is a project-based learning model. Exploratory learning. Again, coming back to being able to collaborate across multiple content areas, even incorporate sciences into something like that, where students can take the tire pressure in the morning, then again in the evening, and then we ask the essential question is, will the tire pressure change? Why or why not? This is a good exploratory learning opportunity for students to do. So before I close out and let you guys go for this weekend, here's some important information. Again, my office hours are Tuesday at 10 a.m., Thursday 2 p.m., Friday at 12 o'clock p.m. I had a couple people sit in on yesterday's 2 o'clock office hour. Today I'll be available at noon, and that's typically around an hour. So if you want to join in, by all means, please join. I'm here at the school today. So just some last things for teachers. Your first lesson activity needs to drop by 9 a.m. on Monday. So this is the video of you. Utilize the new platforms like we talked about. And remember, we're not necessarily focusing on those standards-based lessons, activities this first week. That's not the primary focus. The primary focus is just to get kids into our classrooms and get them familiarized with what you're doing, what you're going to be delivering. So take some time, make a good video, and then upload it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, if you mess up, you mess up. I've messed up probably 10 times already on this single video, so it's okay. Also, priority standards and sequential outline for instructional delivery are due tonight, so please have those to me by tonight so that I can take a look at them. And it does not need to be complicated. It just means you've identified your priority standards that you're going to be delivering, and then you provide me with that sequential order of delivery and what that looks like. So it doesn't need to be complicated. So it needs to be on a Google Doc that you can upload in the assignments, and then I'll take a look at them. Again, make sure you've watched all the tutorial videos so that you're well versed. And I'm going to be trying to post some Google tutorial videos as I get going. If others have other ideas out there, please send them my way. And again, utilize the help desk request if you need help with anything. That way we can get things going. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm always available by email, phone, and again, my office hour today is at 12 o'clock. So please, if you have questions or anything you want help with, that's a good time to get in contact with me too. So, all right. Well, have a good weekend, you guys.